Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel CSC Data Science and RIIT. Now once again we have come up with a new alternate series, that is Generative AI series. Now in this series we are going to build a complete OpenAI chatbot, that is ChatGPT. So here the preview of our chatbot will be like this. Let me share my screen. Okay, the complete preview of our chatbot will be like this. We are going to have a navbar and a sidebar and a search input area in which we are going to search our queries. Okay, right? So let us search for anything like let us start with a greeting. Hi. So as we can see, the chatbot can respond with the new message. Now these messages are coming from the Google Generative, the Google Gemini API. So our entire chatbot will be like this. So if we ask for anything like tell me a story, or let us ask something like what is an AI? Let us see what it gives to us as it is loading. See, it has given complete everything regarding this artificial intelligence and all. So even this entire history will be stored in our charts. See, when I click on this new icon, this entire thing will be stored here. See, as we can see, this is the previous chart which we have interacted with our chatbot. Okay, this is this complete chatbot we are going to build in this AI series. Okay, now this series will be divided into two parts. The first part will be of front end and the second part will be of back end. So in the front end part, we are going to design this everything like this chart, sidebar, this navbar, this input fields and everything. Now in the back end part, we are going to add the responses for this entire front end website. Okay, we are going to take this entire data from the Gemini API, which we are going to be using from the Gemini AI Studio. Okay, so without any further ado, let us start the video. Okay, first of all, let us create a new folder to start this entire project. Okay, so let me close this. Let me minimize everything and let us create a new folder. For me, I will be searching for I will be creating a new folder with the YouTube Gemini series because this entire chatbot will be created with the help of Gemini. So I have given it the name of Gemini. You can give whatever name you want. Okay, now in this we are going to create a folder called front end. Okay, and a folder called backend. Now this backend we are going to design afterwards. Backend. Okay, now go to the front end part and shift right click on your PC and here open with code. Now you will get an interface like this. So simply click on this and control backtick to open the terminal. Let us wait for the terminal to be loaded. Okay, the entire terminal has loaded. Now what we are going to do is we are going to build this entire project using React, Vite plus React, because if we use something like HTML, we doesn't have that much of flexibility to use vast number of frameworks. So here we are using Vite plus React. Now the minimum requisite you need to know to start this project is you need to be familiar with JavaScript and also a little bit of HTML and React. Even though you don't know React part, but you have to compulsory learn about JavaScript. Then only you can start doing this project. Okay, now without wasting any time, let us set up the Vite project. So to set up the Vite project, we are going to use this command npm create Vite @latest. So let me create in the current directory only. So what it will do is it will create a Vite setup project for us. the folder name is frontend, and we are going to choose React, and here we are going to choose JavaScript. Okay, we have chosen everything. Now if you see here, our entire project setup has been done. So in order to run this project, what we will do is we will simply write npm install, as it has mentioned here, npm install, and hit enter. Wait for some time, all the packages need to be loaded. So it is basically what it is doing is it is installing all the packages which are needed for the project to be run. Okay, after installing these all projects, what we are going to do is we are going to run this with the help of this command npm run dev. Okay, all the Vite plus React projects will be going to run on a specific port called 5173. If the port is not available, they are going to be run on some other port like 5174, like that. So here currently my port is running on 5173, this project. So this React project will be going to run on 5174. Okay, let us wait for the entire project to be completed. So here we will write npm run dev. Now we are going to hit enter. See, the project has been running on 5174. Okay, now what you will do is control click on that localhost icon, and here we will get the project will be running. It is a basic project which was set up by React, so we are not going to need this. We are going to remove this one. So for the persons who are beginners in React, let me tell you one thing. Our entire project will be running on this app.jsx. So whatever the components, means whatever the work we are doing, entire work will be rendered in this app.jsx. So for now what we will do is we will remove everything and we will write a basic React template. So if you want this React template to be coming with the help of RAFC like this, you need to install a extension in the VS Code. Go to the VS Code and search for React templates. React ES7. I think ES7, if I'm not wrong. ES7. Yes, you have got this extension. Just install it on your VS Code and you are ready to go. Okay, for me this screen is okay, no issues. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to write our entire code in this app.jsx in different components. Okay, so for this project, to ensure that this project is running, let us write a sample dummy code to check whether the entire work is running perfectly or not. This is a code running. Something sample code I have written here. So let us see if the code is running on. See, our Vite project was running successfully. So why this has came in the center means there are some styles which were applied on our project, like this app.css, this we don't need this, and this index.css we don't need this. Okay, now the entire project will be working as expected like this. Okay, now for us to style our React application, we need a framework, right? We can use either CSS or a framework like Tailwind CSS also. So for an application like React, we are going to work on different components, so we need a flexible framework. For that we are going to use Tailwind CSS. So to install Tailwind CSS, just go to the Google and search for Tailwind plus Vite. So we are going to use it for Vite. So click on the first link here, and now we have set up our project here, this everything. Just go to this command and copy this one, npm install -d tailwind. This entire thing you have to paste in your terminal. Again control backtick, and you have to stop your server like this and control V. Hit on enter. Now what it will do is it will install the entire Tailwind CSS on your project, like Tailwind config.css and everything. Okay, it is installing everything. So as we can see here, we have Tailwind config.js. So here in this Tailwind config.js, we have to replace this code with the code it has given us, like this. So we have replaced that entire code. Now the another thing we should do is we should also copy this code and place it in the index.css. Okay, in the index.css, place this code, and now our entire Tailwind setup has been completed. Now in order to check that Tailwind is successfully running, let us write a simple code, simple styling for our content. I will give a bg red something to check whether our code is running or not. Okay, we have not started our server, npm run dev. Okay, let us go to this. See, our Tailwind also working fine. So here what we will do is we will be start building the entire project in different components, right? So here what we observe here, we have a Navbar, we have a sidebar, and we have a chart container. So we are going to build the entire components step by step now. Let us start with the Navbar. Okay. Let us start with the Navbar. Now in this directory, inside the src, you have to create a folder components. You have to create a folder components. Now inside this components, what we are going to do is we are going to write in navbar.jsx, because we are creating Navbar using JavaScript, and in the React for the extension for it is JSX. Okay, again we are going to write basic React template. Now in this we are going to write this Navbar inside the, this is a Navbar. Now we are going to render this Navbar inside app.jsx. Okay, inside the app.jsx, just import this Navbar, import Navbar, and then place it here. Now okay, when we go to the website, we will be seeing this is a Navbar thing. So I will remove the styles just to make sure the entire website looks neat and tidy. Okay, this is a Navbar, no unnecessary styles needed for it. Okay, so to build this Navbar, instead of this div, what we are going to do is we are going to write this Navbar. For a basic convention, we can write anything. Okay, for this Navbar to work, we are going to write some styles like we are going to have a heading with the ChatGPT, because we are creating a ChatGPT with the help of Generative. So we are naming it as ChatGPT, and then we are going to have another div like div dot profile. So we are going to have these two components. One is the heading and another one is the profile one. Okay, in the profile one, what we are going to write is we are going to create a profile icon. For that, we are going to use React icons. Go to the browser and search for React icons. Don't worry, these entire links will be provided in the description, so you can go through the description and go to this website. Okay, we are going to have the profile icon, right? We are going to write FA profile or profile thing like this, and we have got a bunch of different icons, but we need the specific icon which we want. FA person, I think. It's not person, I think avatar. FA avatar. Let us search for profile thing. This one is not nice. I have forgot what I have written in our code. Okay, let us go to this and the components Navbar. Let us see what we have imported here. I think file. Here actually I had not written anything. Okay. I think user, FA user. Yes. We have got a bunch of things, so we are going to use this thing. Just copy this one thing and paste it in our code. Here we are going to paste this. I think it is visible to all. Okay, here we have to install one thing, that is React icon. So simply split the terminal by clicking on this, or you can also click Ctrl+Shift F5 for the splitting of this terminal. So here you write npm install React icons. So the modules will be installed in our project. After the installation, the errors will be going to vanish, and here we are going to use that component FA user circle. After this, what we have to do is let us see how much progress our website has made till now. So here it is like this, but we are going to provide some styling so that it will be looking like an Navbar like this. Let us provide some stylings. We are going to write class name, that is I'm going to give flex, justify between, and align middle, and BG black or something. Okay, text white, and then some padding top bottom 5 thing. Okay, it was really nice. And also here what we have to do is we have to write this text size. Text I will use Excel. Excel is not enough, I will use 2XL. And also I'm gonna provide padding from left right also 5 dot. Okay, it was nice. I think for the ChatGPT thing we have to class name font weight or else text. If you forgot some classes in the Tailwind.css, we can go to the Tailwind.css doc here, click on docs, and here click on components. So here you are going to get a bunch of components. You don't need all of this, just go to the documentation. Here actually search here font weight. So for the font weight, what is the color is font bold. So we are going to use that class font bold. Now here our ChatGPT will be becoming bold like this. So here first step was completed. We have successfully built our Navbar. So here, in order to minimize time for now, what we are going to do is we are going to replace the sidebar from our GitHub. Don't worry, the GitHub link will also be provided in the description. So feel free to copy it from the GitHub account. Okay, go to the GitHub like this. Now in this, we are going to go to ChatGPT series which I have created for today's video. So here you can see the preview of the sidebar like this. We are going to copy this entire code and we are going to come in our directory, and here we are going to create a sidebar.jsx. Sidebar.jsx. Here we are going to paste the entire code. Now we have to render this in our app.jsx. So here we are going to import it. Import sidebar and click on enter. Here I am going to write sidebar. Let us see the changes, how they have affected on our website. As you can see, it was overlapped some bit. So here what we are going to do is, we are going to style this app.jsx. After styling for our app.jsx, it will be looking like this after the entire styles. Basically what I have did is, I have given it height screen and I have changed the background to gray 100. That is the only thing I have done here. So after getting these two components, what we have to do is, we have to add a chart container, right? We have done these two components and the only thing we have to add is this chart container. So for this chart container, we can see different components. First one is this input field and another one is this text. So this entire thing we have to build now. So again go to the components here. Now in this components, create a new one like chart container. Name this like this and hit on enter. And after naming it, write a basic React template and in this write this. This is the chart container. To make sure that it was rendered in the app.jsx. So we have to render this entire thing in the Navbar. Chart container. We can import like this also. See, it was imported. Now let us see in our website whether it was working or not. See, it is working. This is a chart container. Okay, don't worry, this entire code will be provided in the GitHub. So even if you have stuck in a particular point also, you can refer to the GitHub also. Now let us build the code for this chart container. Here what we will do is, we are going to create a div dot input field. I will be giving it as a class input field just to know what we are building. Here in this input field, we are going to create an input and we are also having a button also. The button name is send. We are going to send this request to the backend, and in the backend our entire general logic will be there. Here now what we will do is, we will provide some styling for this div. So first thing we will be doing is, we are going to give it position fixed and bottom 0 and BG gray. Let us give BG black or more translucent color in between like this. Here we can see this, and we will give a width of 90% for this. 90%. It will cover the entire website, and we are going to give a padding of by 5%. By the way, here padding 5 means padding from 20 pixel, okay? And we are also give the button also some styles. Here we are going to give this button styling. Let us give BG of blue and text white. As we can see here, the button is visible now. Now here we will make this entire div as display flex and justify content in it center and align items middle, so that everything will be intact. So we are going to give the styling to the input field also, class name. Let us give 52 or else 50% of the width. Okay, that was really nice. Let us give it a 70%. Okay, and we are going to give margin from right 5%. This thing let us give it here, margin from 5. Let us leave it let us give this input a background. BG, I think this one will be nice, and text white, and also we are going to give a padding of 4. I think 2 will be enough. And for the button also we are going to do the same thing. We are going to give a padding of how much we have given. I think padding of 2. Let me off the light net. It has been fixed. Here what we will do is we will give some padding to the button also. Already we have given, but we will give margin between these two. We will give margin of 2. So for this input we will have to give this margin. So margin 2. Now we will make this button rounded, and let us first give a padding of X also. Okay, now it was nice. Give it a 5. Okay, it was even much nice. Now here we will write rounded so that our button looks neat and clean. Now our entire input bar is also nice. We have successfully built this input bar also. Now here what we have to do is we have to build this chart container. We can see here we need to build this chart container now. This everything. So that thing how we will be building is, let us do it. First of all I will give this. Let us give this name. I'm just checking that this input bar can be a bit or not. Okay, let us leave it and we will be seeing about it in the end. So now our main focus will be on building this chart container. Okay. So to build this chart container, let us create a hook. Const. Let us use a hook. That is use state. Const messages comma set messages is equal to use state of this thing. So in this use state we are going to create an object. What this object will be containing is, it will be containing a type. What is the type of the user or a bot? Basically what it will do is, it will say whether the message belongs to the user or the bot. And another thing is text. What is the response we have got? This, for the sample purpose I am naming it as, this is a message came from user, and we are going to create another one. What is the issue here? We have to import this use state. Import use state. Okay, it has been imported. Then why is this always const messages comma set messages is equal to use state. We will pass an array, and in this array we are going to create an object. Now the first object will be of type user, and The second one will be of text. Text. This is a message from the user. Same thing we have to give for the bot also. Control D and bot. This is a message from the bot. So what we will do for now, we will replicate this thing for our entire thing, for our entire website. We will just create 5 dummy messages. Wait a second, I have got the phone. Okay, nice. So basically what we have did was, we have created dummy data for our demo purpose. Here it will be from user and it will be from bot. So this is the chart container from which we are going to write everything. Here we are going to display our messages. I will write messages dot map of message. So we are going to render this message inside a paragraph tag, inside this p tag, and this p tag will contain message.text. Let us see in the website how it is going to represent it. Okay, the entire thing was like this. This is a message from the user bot like this. So we are going to give it a background of black, and we are going to represent this entire thing like a chart bot. How we are going to do it is, first of all, we are going to give this background black, BG black, and text white. So basically, welcome to dashboard. This entire thing came from this app.jsx. Let us remove this. Now in the chart container, what we will do is, we will give margin top 5, or else I will give padding from y-axis is 5. It was nice. Now here I will write a simple condition in the class name, that is, if messages dot type equal to user. If the type of the messages is user, then we are going to give it a background of BG blue. Okay, and we are going to represent it in the end like this. And if the message dot type is not equal to the user, then what we will do is, we will represent it as BG gray, or else let us write BG black. Here we will be finding this BG gray. Okay, now let us see how it was represented. Okay, type is user bot. Then why the changes has not been taken? Here what we have done was, here let us write flex and flex bot. Now the entire interface will be changed to like this. So to cover this chatbot, the entire screen, here we are going to write hide screen. So now the chatbot will cover the entire screen. Here let us build a simple demo chatbot response. How the user and the chatbot response will be printed dynamically. For that, what we will do is we will take the input from this input field. Like this, we will write on change, and for this, here we are going to create another variable called input and set input. Here we are going to initialize it with empty value. Now we will come here, and here we will write on change set input, and here an event e will be there, and for that we will target that e dot target dot value. What is the error we have got? What is the error we have done here? Okay. Now the code will work. Now basically what we are doing is we are tracking the input from the user. Let us see first, is it working or not? Yes, it is working. So here, in order to see the final result, let us write handle input function, and we have to create this function. So here we are going to create that function, const handle input is equal to, we will be writing a callback function, and in this we will write console.log input, and we are going to say this entire thing whenever the change will be coming. Wait a second. Okay, set input function, set input e dot target dot value, and we are going to print that one. Here we are going to write handle input, and let us see here. Let us refresh the page, and here let us write something. See, here we can see the entire thing what we will be writing is tracked by the input field. So we are going to use this input field to give response to give input to the API. Okay, so to give input to the API, we will be storing this final input in a separate input variable. For that, we are going to write it as, here we are going to write const input value comma set input value. Here again we are going to initialize it with empty one, and this input value, when it will be passed, it will be passed whenever the user click on this button. So for now I will be writing the same code in set input e dot target dot value, and this handle input function will be called whenever the user clicks on the button. Here on click handle input. So we have to write code for this handle input. Here it is. We are going to remove everything. And whenever the user clicks on the send button, what we will do is we will be initializing the set input value to input. Set input value. And we are going to console log the value also. Console.log input value. So let us see whether our code is correct or not. I will write hello here and I will click on the send button. Now it is telling undefined. So here let me write value is equal to input. And then okay, here we can see the input from the user. If I write anything like write a story, no, it is not working like that. Let me see what is the error here. Set input to create separate variables. Here I have directly updated the values in the input field only. Here what we have did was we have made some changes in the input variable. Now here what we have did is we have updated the values. Basically I have created a function to handle this input change and now I have directly updated the messages. So here is the final UI of our ChatGPT application. As we can see, we have completed the sidebar component, the navbar, and the search field also. Now in the next video, we are going to implement the backend logic for this entire GUI. And the entire source code of this project will be provided in the GitHub and the link will be provided in the description. So that's all for this video. Thank you.